pulse on her.
Taking a pulse on the side of the neck, yeah.
Looks like she's shot in the neck.
It was supposed to be a quick trip to Taco Bell's drive-thru. Instead, it was the last thing this Ohio woman ever did.
Somebody was murdered in front of the Taco Bell on Graham Road.
The gunman first rear-ended her vehicle, and after that, he pulled out his illegal weapon.
The reality is criminals can get anything they want on the black market.
The tragedy of Kellerman's death, a senseless murder, still echoes in the city of Stowe, Ohio, just 45 minutes south of Cleveland. That's where Kellerman visited her local Taco Bell on the evening of Wednesday, August 14th. She'd even brought her dog along for the ride, but the usual routine pickup didn't go as planned. According to witnesses, it was about 7:30 when Kellerman drove into the drive-thru line before another car. We've since learned that driver was 53-year-old Jason Williams. As she approached the speaker to order, Williams began honking his horn at her repeatedly and eventually even rammed his vehicle into Kellerman's car, rear-ending her. Through the speaker, Kellerman called out to the Taco Bell employee, asking them to call 911 and say her vehicle had just been rammed. But within seconds, Williams got out of his vehicle and approached Kellerman. Without hesitation, he pulled the trigger. Kellerman was pronounced dead on the scene, having died of gunshot wounds to the neck.
All deaths are senseless, in my opinion, right? No one deserves to die. But this one, I mean, there is just absolutely no motive. As convoluted, right, as some of them are in the cases we talk about, there is nothing that I can see in this other than it sounds to me like someone became frustrated that she was taking too long in the drive-thru line. Road rage is kind of one of the first things that came to me, especially because it seems to me, based on the reporting, that witnesses were said that they heard him honking at her. So either something transpired that they didn't see, or he just felt that she was taking too long. I don't know the answer to that question because that hasn't been reported, but it's been reported in multiple locations and by people that they did hear him honk. So it does seem to me that this is a road rage, possibly unprovoked road rage incident.
And Williams's actions before the shooting, like extreme honking and rear-ending Kellerman's car, could have indicated he was willing to escalate the situation.
I don't mean to sound cavalier, but yes, in my opinion, if somebody is going to go to the point to rear-end your vehicle, inflict damage on their vehicle and yours, then in my opinion, it can escalate to anything. And she did tell the drive-thru individuals, to call the police when that rear-ending happened. And I just think that, in my opinion, in this day and age, you cannot be too careful with drivers being aggressive. You just can't. And you have to think that it is going to go to the most horrible place, which in this case it did.
Investigators have since released some 14 911 calls about the incident as multiple witnesses called in to report the shocking crime.
No, the person in the car behind us. Somebody was murdered, and the murderer just killed themselves in front of the Taco Bell on Graham Road.
You said Taco Bell on Graham?
Yeah. There was just a murder, and the murderer just killed himself in our drive-thru right now.
Yep. We've got police and fire on their way. They're going to be there as soon as they can.
Please hurry up. This is an emergency, please.
Here's the recording from another witness, and we have to warn you, this one is a bit more disturbing.
I'm at the Taco Bell on Graham Road and Hudson Drive, and a man just shot somebody and then shot himself in the head. Do you have a description? I didn't see very much. I just saw that he was bald. His car is in the drive-thru. I'm sorry, I'm really shaken up. And he had a black shirt on, and I just watched him shoot himself in the head. Okay, and both subjects are still there, correct? Yeah, the guy's dead in the drive-thru. I don't know where the other person is, but he shot somebody and then he just put the gun under his chin and he shot himself in the head.
What's difficult about this case is there's no known motive. At a press conference following Kellerman's death, officers straight up said we may never know what led up to her murder. It's also confusing because as far as we know now, Williams never had any previous connection with Kellerman.
I think that makes it scarier to everyone. We actually had this exact same thing happened that I was a witness to about a year ago. On my way to my Pilates class at 5 a.m., there was a shooting right in front of me at a McDonald's drive-thru, but it was a gang shooting. And so our neighborhood at first, until people could figure out what had gone on, were very, very scared because they thought that this killer who was killing random people was on the loose. It's not to say that gang members deserve to die. They absolutely don't. But when news of this came out, that this was a gang on gang violence situation, our community sort of was at ease a bit more, and that people were able to say, okay, well, I'm not in that gang and I'm not in that rival gang. So therefore I could be protected. Right now, when you don't have a situation like that and it's purely a random crime, you feel like it's a free for all, that anybody could be a target at that point. And so I think that's probably why it's more scary. In a lot of these cases, one of the things that helps these victims, their lives are never going to be the same in any way, shape, or form, is this sense of applying justice to who did that. But him choosing his own form of justice is another way of taking power away from this victim's family.
Before the shooting, Williams already had a lengthy criminal history, most recently being arrested on March 26th of this year.
How much have you had to drink tonight? Enough to be bad? Okay.
Williams was pulled over for driving erratically, and when law enforcement approached his window, they smelled a strong odor of alcohol. He refused a breathalyzer test, but later officials determined he had a blood alcohol content of 0.199. That's basically 3 times the legal limit. Inside Williams's vehicle, investigators found a near-empty bottle of Captain Morgan and a loaded Glock 30 pistol. The gun was reportedly stolen by Williams himself. He faced multiple charges for that incident, including BAC refusal, an OVI, which is the Ohio charge for driving under the influence, and improperly handling firearms.
Stop the car. What are you doing? Put your hands on the wheel for me. Put your hands on the wheel. On the wheel. What are you doing, sir? You're driving the wrong way on a one-way street. What are you doing? Sir, can you answer me?
I'm sorry.
123 radio, can I get it back? Do you know why?
No.
Okay. I'm Officer Hill, Hudson Police. I stopped you for a multitude of things, including stopping in the middle of the road, going through a stop sign, and then now you're driving the wrong way on a one-way street. Do you have your driver's license?
I'll start that way as well.
Where are you trying to go?
Going home.
Huh?
Home?
Where's home?
Aurora.
Aurora?
Yes.
Where are you coming from?
What do you mean?
Where are you coming from?
Aurora. I'm sorry.
No, you said you're trying to go home to Aurora.
Yes.
Where are you coming from?
Aurora.
Okay, where did you go to? Where was your stop? Sir,
115 radio, yeah.
can you answer me that? Where was your stop?
My stop was Aurora.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. You came from Aurora, but you're going to Aurora, and your stop was in Aurora. Do you know where you are right now?
Yes, I am.
Where?
I'm here in Hudson.
Okay. So what brought you to right here is what my question is.
I'm trying to get home to Aurora.
Okay, but what brought you here to Hudson?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, how much have you had to drink tonight? Enough to be bad? Okay. All right, do you have the truck in park? Okay, can you turn it off for me?
Yes.
All right. All right, I'm just gonna have you sit right there for a second, okay?
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll be back to you. All right, so what's your first name again?
Jason.
Jason. All right, I'm gonna have you step out for me, okay?
Okay.
You don't have any weapons on you, right?
No, of course not.
Okay, just making sure. All right, do you want to set your phone down there and step out for me?
Sure.
Okay. Watch your step there. There's a curb here. We're gonna go on this sidewalk right over here, okay?
Okay.
Is your door okay, or do you want me to shut it for you?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll shut it for you, okay? All right, Jason. All right, Jason.
I'll do that.
Can you stand over here for me?
Sure.
Can you stand right here in front of me?
Sure.
And face toward me, okay? All right.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm trying to find the flattest area. Maybe up a little more? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want you to fall.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. You're okay right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. I'm going to run you through some tests, okay? To see if you're okay to continue driving.
128.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No.
You're not going to do my tests?
No.
Okay. You're not going to let me check your eyes or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
Nope.
But you don't have a reason why?
No.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, based off my observations of your driving behavior, my observations of your behavior standing right here, and your admission to drinking more than you should have,
Yeah.
I'm going to place you under arrest if you're not going to do my tests.
Sure.
If you're going to do my tests, it'll give you a chance to show me that you're not impaired.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to do the test?
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Turn around then.
Okay.
Okay. Turn your wrist for me. Just like this.
Yeah.
Easy does it. Have a seat right in here, okay?
Thank you.
Let's start.
Wash your head there. There you go. All right, sir. All right, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle while impaired, okay?
He was arrested on multiple things: driving the wrong way, triple the legal limit of alcohol, a loaded weapon in his vehicle, all of those things, watches, expensive watches, all found in his vehicle. Why he was let out on bond is beyond me. This person is a clear danger. And one of those things was that he was not to own a gun. That was part of his bond. And so this was an individual that was facing possibly some prison time. I don't know what his family situation was. I don't know what his economic situation was, but those could all be contributive factors to this spiraling, I guess. I hate to sound trite, but you really can't prevent that. I don't know how you would, because there's an entire black market.
He shot somebody and then he just put the gun under his chin and he shot himself in the head.
Body camera video shows the moments first responders arrive on the scene. Hey, buddy.
Hey, we gotta let FD know. What? Is FD approaching? They're clear.
We've chosen not to show most of the body camera video because they are pretty disturbing, but we can show you the moment first responders rescued Kellerman's dog, who was in the passenger seat during the deadly shooting.
I'm staying on the line. I'm coming right up there. No, don't disconnect.
You got it?
Yeah.
Come on. They're both victims. Other one's on the ground. Come on. On the ground over there.
Because of Williams' death, he won't face any criminal charges in Kellerman's death. But could anyone else?
If anything, in my opinion, it would be about the acquisition of the gun, since he is by law not allowed to have it. They may, trace serial numbers, trace where he purchased it from, electronic transfers, all of that, and that person could potentially be held accountable, although they're not prosecuted a lot of times. And that's obviously very frustrating. But I think you're right, in my opinion. The only potential lead I could see them going off of is the gun. So my guess is the time of day that this occurred, there's a lot of witnesses to interview. Also, I am certain that Taco Bell had CCTV cameras or some type of security cameras up. I also think too, I would not be surprised if the victim was using her phone during this incident to either contact police herself, contact loved ones, contact, hey, this crazy person is behind me. I would not be surprised at all. And I also think one of the things, because they're probably having a hard time doing this, is determining motive. Has he committed other crimes that they don't know about, right? That they're going to try to figure out, or is this just sort of a one-off? And so I think the motive is key. And I think because I really do believe they didn't know each other, that's going to take some time in this case.
We also asked Walder what someone should do if they find themselves in a similar situation.
Absolutely not victim shaming at all. She didn't deserve anything that happened to her, and in my opinion, did absolutely nothing wrong. But I think just for people in general, for safety, I think a couple things that we can think about. I actually did look at this Taco Bell, and I looked at the drive-thru, and it actually wasn't, I think what you're referring to is just that kind of narrow lane where there's nowhere to go on either side. There was sort of another parking lot, if you will, like off to the right of her. And so I think in that case, the horn is maybe one thing, but I think once he rammed her vehicle, in my opinion, the best thing to do is to get away as fast as you can. And so that means physically getting out of the line, forgoing your order, eating the cost of that, and leaving the scene, physically removing yourself from the scene. Because what that is telling me is this is not a stable person who's behind me. I cannot predict that they are going to act rationally in this situation. Therefore, I'm going to remove myself, the known entity in this situation, from it. And so I think that's the best thing to do. I also think there was nothing wrong with her asking the drive-thru attendant to contact 911. You may want to ask them first to do that and then leave the scene, because he could be a danger to other people as well.
Kellerman's murder is still under investigation. Even if we don't get a complete understanding of why she was killed, we may get a better look inside Williams's state of mind.
I believe, what I think we believe is we're going to see that this is an individual who was in the midst of, as you mentioned, a full-fledged crisis.